were not born to be defeated. You were not born to be depressed and discouraged permanently. You were not born to be destroyed by the things that come against your life, whether it's abuse, whether it's addiction. I'm not denying that temporarily things will seem to triumph and trample you. But I'm telling you that that is not your destiny and that is not your future, because in the end, I had you born to win. You were not born for failure. Boy, I want this to get into somebody, because internal talk matters. What you say to yourself matters. I'm not talented enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not as good as somebody. All of that matters. And he says you were not born to lose. You were not born to be insignificant. You were born to win. And so when you get in those times when it looks like you're losing, you have to remind yourself of the prophecy that's over your life. There'll be times when it feels like you can't put one foot in front of the other. There'll be times when you feel like that, what's the use of even trying anymore? My dreams are so smashed and demolished and feels like I'm trampled to the ground. But he said, you were not born to be defeated. You were born to win, and I'm giving you something to live up to. I don't want you to get your identity from TikTok. I don't want you to get your identity from Hollywood. I don't want you to get your identity from a gang. I don't want you to get your identity from a protest group. I'm gonna give you your identity. I've got a powerful destiny for your life. And they're not gonna give you your identity, I'm gonna give it to you. You say, well, my father did leave me and my earthly father was terrible and I don't have anybody who spoke any good words. All I heard was you're nothing and you're nobody. Well, you've got spiritual fathers and I'm one of them. And here's the powerful thing. In John 1 and verse 12, to as many as received them, to them gave he power to become the sons or daughters of God. I don't care who your earthly father was. If you believe on him, he says, now you're my son. And I'm not raising up a bunch of losers. I give you identity and I give you a future. Clap your hands and thank God for the truth of his word. You were born to win. You were born to win. Yes, you'll be trampled. Yes, it'll be tough. Yes, you'll feel like quitting, but you were born to win. You were born to win. John puts it like this: whatever or whoever, the King James says, is born of God overcomes the world, and this is the victory that overcomes the world, even our faith. What he's saying is, you're born of God. And God has spoken over you, your identity. And it's not an identity of the past that makes you feel like a loser, or maybe even your present that feels like that you're being trampled. But he's calling you to higher things. He says that you were born to win. It doesn't mean you won't have problems, but you'll overcome the problems. It doesn't mean that you won't have great, enormous challenges, but doesn't mean you won't go through pandemics, but what I put in you is stronger and I'm gonna pull you through it. You're gonna get to the other side. We were not born to quit. We were not born to give up. A righteous man falls 7 times a day, but rises again. When you have a righteous spirit, it's defined by how many times you get up. I love the fact that he said something else about winners. When he said in Deuteronomy chapter 33, we're told that the tribe of Gad was there and God speaks a blessing. And he says, blessed is he who enlarges Gad. The word enlarge means to help, assist into the inheritance. God said winners have to be enlarged, or encouraged is another word. Helped, assisted at certain times, especially when they're low. And he says, if you want to be blessed, learn to be an encourager to people who have a destiny on their life. That when they're talking about giving up, You don't get down there in the pity party with them, but you grab them by the hand and say, you can't quit. That's not what God says about you. You can't give up. I'm not going to let you give up. I'm not going to let you lay in that addiction the rest of your life. That's not who you were born to be. You were born to win. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you can get notifications on new posts and live streams. Be sure to share this video with a friend. You never know how you can send the Word of God right when somebody needs to hear it. And you can use your social influence for good, for the glory of God. Thanks again. Share it with a friend. And I really appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.